Welcome to Nurse Burnout Solutions, the podcast for nurses ready to trade exhaustion for energy. I'm your host, Betty McLean. I'm a nurse with over 20 years of experience, and I'm also a certified life and certified burnout coach. I'm here to give you practical tools, share some inspiring stories, and offer real support for recovery from burnout. Okay, welcome to the podcast today, where I am currently physically in my corner of the world. It is October, and we are headed into the winter months, autumn and then winter. And for the Northern Hemisphere, this means the nights are getting longer, the days are getting shorter, and the weather is getting colder. So, this for a lot of people is a difficult time. And so we're going to just unpack this for a few minutes today. What feels hard about it, and also what you can do to set yourself up for success in the changing of the seasons. Because changing of the seasons comes with a lot of shifting of schedules and a lot of expectations, especially when you're headed into, well, no, I was going to say, especially when you're headed into the holidays, but summer comes with a lot of expectations as well. So any change of the season comes with expectations, changes in what you can do physically, and just can be a time of difficulty for some people. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So, winter, especially, there's a lot that goes into most humans dealing with the longer, darker, colder days of winter and autumn as it leads into winter. There's the physical aspect, which is just we have less sunlight, which means we have less vitamin D. And for most people, from what I'm understanding from the science, we're already not consuming enough vitamin D. We're not producing enough vitamin D. So then we get into winter and then we have that whole thing. Some people deal with very severe seasonal affective disorder where you become very depressed and it's very difficult to take care of yourself. It's colder, so activities that you might really enjoy in the summer and in the spring and fall, maybe you go for a walk every day. Maybe you like to bike or, just be outside in nature. It can be challenging when it's cold, snowy, rainy, icy. So that can affect just physically, can affect your physical activity, like your movement, the things that keep your muscles strong. And then, of course, there's the emotional stress that comes with the winter months. For a lot of people, definitely not all people, and if this is you, you can change it. Some people love the holiday season, the hustle and the bustle and the excitement. Fall or autumn kind of starts out with a big bang. You have Halloween, and then you've got Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, and it can be a really joyful time. But for a lot of people, it's a time of a lot of great stress. It's uncomfortable to think about the expectations of the holidays. If you have children, you've spent August and September trying to adjust to a school routine and adjust to how, all the new expectations of like a new grade and new teachers and new friends and probably new illnesses as kids are sharing viruses, right? And then you're looking at the expectations of the holidays, right? And depending on your family's traditions and your cultural expectations, this can be very overwhelming. You are expected to continue to work full time, plan wonderful, lovely holidays for all your friends, for your children, for the people you care about. With Thanksgiving, there can be a lot of concern over who are you going to have to see, right? There's been a trend towards Friendsgiving, which can be really liberating for some people. They choose not to see certain family members that cause them a lot of strife. But for the majority of people, there's a desire to see their family and also the expectation that they need to be with their family on the major holidays. And that's kind of a double-edged sword because it is really lovely to be able to see family and to connect with them and have those traditional meals. Maybe you have certain traditions that you always follow. Maybe you have a particular foods that you eat, you have particular games that you play. Maybe you have, a gingerbread making party, or maybe, around Thanksgiving you have certain movies that you watch. Those can be wonderful traditions, but they can come with a lot of stress when expectations are not met and when you are personally overcommitting what you're willing to do. You want everybody around you to be happy, so you commit and you say, yes, yes, I can do that, I can do that. We're going to continue to do that. When in reality, you really should be setting a boundary and saying, I don't have the energy for that this year. I can't make everybody happy. I'm not going to do that this year. But that's a very, very difficult boundary to actually follow through on for a lot of people. And definitely, I would say if you are considering setting a boundary and saying no to some major holiday party, some major commitment that you've done for many, many years, that's probably going to be a rather difficult boundary to start with if you are not used to setting boundaries with especially family in your life. So if you know you need to set a boundary this holiday season, maybe start by just saying no to like a little family get together, or saying no to, bringing something to the holiday, Friday potluck or something like that. Start little because starting big might be more than you want to handle unless you've got lots of support on your side saying, yes, make the boundary. I'll support you emotionally. I'll be here for you. That's Side note, that's one of the benefits of working with a life coach is when you need to make those big boundaries, you've got somebody on your side who can support you through that, can help you practice those boundaries, help you troubleshoot what you're going to say if you get pushback, etc. So there's all this potential angst, potential stress, expectations not being met, sadness. I haven't even touched on the fact that if you've lost someone recently, or maybe not even recently, maybe you've lost a parental figure or you've lost a child, the holidays shift and they come with a lot of grief. And, that's a whole nother ball of wax. If you need grief support, send me a message. I've got resources, people that can kind of guide you in that. So, what do you do about all of this? Right? You know me, if you've listened to any of my podcasts, I love, let's talk practical here. What's effective? What's efficient? The biggest thing that I want to encourage you is anchor in some daily self-care routines right now, before you get to the day before Thanksgiving, before you get to, the day before Christmas Eve, right? Right now, reevaluate your sleep. Do you have good sleep habits? Are you getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night? Nine, maybe. Are you really caring for yourself physically? Are you eating enough protein? Are you drinking some water every once in a while? Right? So anchor in physically to some just basic good habits because when you get to Thanksgiving and well, I know for a lot of people, you get to Halloween, there's candy everywhere, there's treats everywhere. People are bringing all kinds of treats to the nurse's station, and people are having potlucks and parties. So right now, before we even get to the holidays, just real quick, reevaluate. Are you eating protein every day? Are you eating more sugar than you think is probably good for you in your situation in life? Okay, now is the time to change that. So, with the changing of the season, physically things are changing. Think about, how do you physically want to shift with it? Okay, I'm going to stop drinking alcohol. I'm going to limit my sugar, or for every sugary thing that I eat, I'm going to eat a protein snack too, right? Like, anchor some very practical ways to nourish and care for your body right now before we get to the holidays. So re- change of the season, also reevaluate your physical, how you're taking care of your body. Also, how are you taking care of your emotions? Because when we get to the day before Thanksgiving and you are frantically cleaning your house and you're playing over and over in your brain how that conversation with that one political family member might go, that is not the time to try to learn meditation. When you're sitting down to, Christmas dinner with people you only see once a year, that is not the time to practice stress management techniques. Right now, as the nights are getting longer, the days are getting colder, these are the times to practice breathing techniques, questioning your thoughts. So maybe if you are someone who has thoughts like, "Oh my gosh, that one cousin's gonna start a fight. I just know it." Okay, rather than going down that spirally loop, start practicing questioning your thoughts. So when that thought pops into your head of, I know that one cousin is just going to start a fight. I know it. Going to start a political argument. It's going to be horrible. Hold on. Do I know that? Or is that just what's happened in the past? Something different might happen this year. And if it does happen, how do I want to handle it in a productive way this year? And really just start asking your brain to think about positive problem solving rather than catastrophizing all the time. So as you are thinking about, oh my gosh, the traffic is going to be horrible, the shopping is going to be horrible. If your brain likes to spiral on the catastrophic and on the negative, now is the perfect time to just start noticing that. Wow, I'm really worked up about the idea of holiday shopping. I wonder if there's a way I could allow myself more time this year. I wonder if there's something I could do to make it more enjoyable. Maybe this is a situation where you call your best friend and you're like, you know what? I have to do all the holiday shopping for Thanksgiving this year, for all the food for Thanksgiving. Would you like to go with me? We can go have brunch, get mimosas, and then go to our shopping. It'll be much more enjoyable, right? But so my point is, rather than just spiraling into the negativity of what has happened in the past, ask your brain, is there a way that we can solve this problem with a little bit of curiosity, maybe a little bit of humor, and definitely some good boundary setting techniques? But again, I would love for you to anchor into those ideas, the curiosity, the problem solving ability that your brain has when you are calm. Start practicing that now. Because when you're sitting down to the holiday buffet or wherever you are, right? Your brain is going to want to go to those stressful thoughts, go to that overwhelmed thought, go to the judgmental thoughts about yourself or about somebody else. And you can definitely practice thoughtful mindfulness. You can practice breathing techniques in those situations. But if you are already practicing them now, when you get to the holidays, your brain is going to have slightly easier time getting out of your previous ways of dealing with the stresses if you're well practiced in it. So that is what I want to offer you. So the idea that when there's a change of the season, it's a perfect time to question, am I taking great care of myself? What needs to change as I head into the stressors that this next season is going to bring? And how am I taking care of myself emotionally? Are there things that I can do now so that I have a really helpful, positive mindset when I hit those stressors that are going to be coming, right? And obviously, I just threw out some very random suggestions. Ask your brain, how can I, in my situation with my family members, with my particular situation, how can I make this a slightly less chaotic, slightly less stressful season. Because if we ask the brain the right questions, we'll get better answers. I have actually created a 3-page PDF. It's a very quick little PDF, and actually, it's only one page that actually has the exercise in it. The first page is just thank you for requesting this PDF, and the last page is if you need more help, here's how to get a hold of me. And it's called Lower Your Stress in 3 Quick Steps. And it is something that you can use literally while you are staring, your coworker in the eyes and telling them, "No, I am not going to participate in Secret Santa." And you feel yourself feeling anxious because you don't want to be the person that's, ruins everybody's fun. And you're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so anxious." My guide for lowering your stress in 3 quick steps is a great resource to help with those flash moments of high stress. And if you want your own copy, you can go to bettymclean.com/lower stress 123, and you can request that PDF and print it out, take it with you. Practice again, though, practice ahead of time. The second step is a breathing technique that is in studies shown to lower stress levels. So practice it ahead of time so that when you're in the moment, again, you've practiced it, your body knows how to do it and can help you achieve just a slightly more calm attitude throughout whatever life is throwing at you. As always, if you have questions, you want more support, you can get a hold of me, send me questions. bettymclean.com is the best way to get a hold of me. So I hope you are having a beautiful day wherever you are today, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks for listening to Nurse Burnout Solutions. If today's episode helped you, be sure to subscribe so that you never miss a new episode. And if you know another nurse who could use some encouragement, please share this episode with them. Finally, leaving a quick review helps other nurses find the support that they also deserve. For more resources, visit me anytime at bettymclean.com. I believe all stress is manageable and burnout is not inevitable.